And we are back with Throwback Thursdays with Chelsea T and Enajite E. What's
Hey!
going on? Okay, so it is Throwback Thursday, and I go on my I don't know about you, but I use the Time Hop app. It's on your phone, and it goes through like all your social media from like throwback to like 5 to 6 years ago. And then they do like your stuff from 5 years ago today in history is a picture of you standing in front of a mall. I don't know. But they always have fun facts at the end of it. So I was in class and I saw my Time Hop and the fun fact. So according to Time Hop, it has been 5 years since the movie, the first one, Hot Tub Time Machine, has been released.
It sure has.
And according to my dearest friend from Pi Kappa Phi, Brandon Burrito, a senior here at Iona College, because like I've seen the previews and didn't know the general gist of it. I got it there in a hot tub. Can I get a hot tub? So according to Burrito, this movie was about 5 guys who go back in time to change their lives and realize if they change anything, that one guy will not be born.
That's so funny. Because
go Burrito, we love you, Burrito.
Great summary. I just watched the movie because I never watched Hot Tub Time Machine before until it came on Comedy Central like last week, I think it was.
It was on Comedy Central, so
yeah, it was, and I thought it was the new movie because I didn't know there was an old one. So I'm thinking it was the Hot Tub Time Machine movie that came out in February, just this past February. So I'm like, oh my god, it's on TV already? It's only been like a month. Netflix? So I'm like, this is amazing. So I'm like sitting there watching it. I'm like, this is not it. I'm like, this guy isn't in it. But those guys are, and honestly, the movie is just about them going back to a ski resort kind of retreat, and they were there back in the day when they were in high school. But they're older now, and they go there, and this magical hot tub.
Can I get a hot tub?
They go, they chill in the hot tub. Everything's normal. And they go crazy. They're drinking and everything, and the hot tub machine changes, and it makes them go back in time from when they were in high school. So the same event that they already encountered is happening again, and they have to do everything step by step the same way they did it before. So they try to remember, like, what happened? You broke up with this girl. You did this to that person. You got into this fight. What? You have to do it all over again and basically relive it in order for life to go in the same direction that it's currently in. And one of the guys that went on the retreat with them, he actually wasn't there with them back in the 90s because he wasn't even born yet. But he ended up going back in time, still with them. Oh, wow. And if they didn't do everything according to the way they did it before, that guy would never be born. So literally his body was like going in and out, like invisible. Then it was coming back and stuff. Nothing like gory or anything. Or bloody. But it was just like really funny. It was like a digital kind of thing. Like he was going in and out. And
digital letdown.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. The movie entirely, I mean, at the end of the day, the guy was born, I guess you can say. He never knew who his dad was, and he got to see his mom when she was a teenager, and it was hilarious.
Gita's word, hashtag hilarious.
I think I say that word a lot. Oh my goodness. You do. I really need to come up with some other words.
Ian Sachs has to
hysterical
on how many times Gita says hilarious.
Oh my god.
Ian Sachs is in the building right now.
I don't think I'm going to say hilarious ever again since you pointed it out.
She says hilarious, I say hilarious every single time. So Ian Sachs over here has to do a counter, not this time, the next time, of how many times she says it. Thanks, Sachs.
I'm going to come up with some other words. It was hysterical. Quite delightful. And funny.
But anyway.
Amusing. Okay, let me stop.
Off topic. No more abusing Gita.
Spelling bee challenge.
No spelling bee and synonym challenges. I was wondering, because it's the hot tub time machine, if you were in this magical hot tub that transports you into time, is there a certain day, actually before you're born, because we didn't want you to be invisible and non-gory.
Okay.
And that type of way. What year or month or day would you go back to?
That I was already born in.
Yeah.
Right? I would go back to... I would go probably... What year was that?
What year of what?
2004. I would go back to.
Why?
Because I was in Nigeria around that time. And that's when, and literally the year after, I had a humongous, like, I guess you can say growth spurt or whatever. I changed so much.
Puberty.
And it really showed because I wasn't the healthiest eater. I loved pizza. So I would honestly go back to that time and be a vegetarian so that I won't have as much acne as I did in the 6th grade. Okay, I'm just saying, like, it was bad. And another thing,
every day.
Around that time too, my hair, it wasn't that long because I wasn't taking care of it. So I would have took care of my hair a lot better too. I'm just saying, I would have went back to 2004 just so that I can look prettier in 2005.
So you can become from a caterpillar
to a better looking woman.
Butterfly.
Yeah, it's so true. As a kid, like before you have your growth spurt, whatever you ate around the time you were a kid, before you went through puberty and stuff, it shows and it hits hard.
I guess I was like, McDonald's.
It hits hard. All I ate was Domino's pizza. I still do.
Oh, we got sent to my apartment, Rockaway at 3 a.m., ladies and gents.
Yes.
Fun fact: Domino's is not delivered to Rockaway Park at 3 o'clock in the morning. Very fun fact. But anyway, back to Hot Tub Time Machine. What day I would go back to? I would go back. There's like three important dates that I would want to go back to and relive again. The first one was when I recorded the voiceovers for Blue's Clues because that was bomb. Do you know I was on Blue's Clues? Right?
Yeah, I remember that.
I was on Blue's Clues, best time ever. I was just a tremendous little thing, and I would fib about everything. I'd do like white lies on like auditions. And I told them my mom's a lawyer because she'd say, you know my mom, she's a real lawyer. So that's the first time in history I would go back to. The second time would be back to my Sweet 16 because I would redo it all over again because that was the worst day of my life. Yeah, that was pretty much the worst day of my life.
Really?
Needless, everything went wrong. My mom is being overbearing. I love you, Mom, but you were being way too overbearing, and I hated that day. Worst day ever. So I would relive it and be just less, like, uptight and not too Sweet 16 Zilla, because that's what my sister called me at the time. I would redo my Sweet 16 because that was, girl, hot mess. But then the third time I would go back to was the day my nephew was born. Because I love my nephew. My nephew loves Jite now, too. That's his new girlfriend. Does he remember
me?
He can barely walk and talk, but he remembers you.
Okay, good. Because I loved him so much. He's like the most adorable baby ever.
He gets the looks and the greatness and the best. But, and if I had
his mom. Not you, Chelsea. Sis. Not you, Nicole.
There's that one.
Just saying.
And then I would actually want to fast forward into time to like the moment like he's like 15 and 16 to see if he would embody me as I was 15 and 16 because girl, I was a hot mess. But those like the fun days of my life. But like
yeah.
I want to see how is he going to be the alpha male? Is he going to be the ladies man? He's going to be the player. He's going to be the nerd. He's going to play basketball because if he does, he's playing I own college basketball. Could you check that segment out between me and Ian Sachs over here? I own college basketball. I hope he gets there too. I want to know what's in store from the future of my nephew. And I think that's just rightfully so.
Yeah.
So any thoughts on the last minute thoughts on Hot Tub Time Machine before we take one last break?
I want to watch the second I don't know what it's called. Is it still called the Hot Tub Time Machine? The second movie?
Mm-hmm.
That's so confusing. I don't even know why they gave it the same title.
Hot Tub Time Machine 2?
Is it part 2?
Safe Farm, like have a hot tub? Yeah. It's just
okay.
Hot Tub Time Machine 2.
Okay, cool. Because I didn't see the 2.
Me either.
Just saying.
I didn't see the 1 or the 2. I just got quoted on Enajite and Burrito for that one. But as much as I would love to go fast forward in time and go back in time, I like the present moment. I like living in the moment, living with all of you guys watching and listening, with you Enajite, Ian Sachs in front. I just like living in the moment. So get rid of your hot tub. What do you think, Jite?
I don't want to get rid of my hot tub because I want one. I would keep it even if it went back in time. That's fine. That's okay. I want it because it can go into the future.
It does go into the future.
So,
but speak of the future, we will be right back after these few commercial breaks.
WICR presents another great New York